The Edge of Field Water Quality Monitoring Program is a program designed to determine what the effectiveness is of conservation practices in Missouri that landowners are implementing every day and have been for decades.
Yeah, we actually started using cover crops on our farm about 12 years ago. And doing that for a couple of years, we've seen a lot of the benefits soil health-wise and yield-wise to those fields on our cash crops, corn and soybeans.
Implementing conservation practices has really helped our operation, number one, in soil loss from our fields. Here in Northeast Missouri, we deal with a clay pan soil. We do not have very much topsoil to begin with, so it's really important to keep what we have in place on the farm.
We don't want fertilizer running down the ditch, so we're trying to make practices that reduce it to the best of our ability. You can never control Mother Nature 100%, but you can put in practices that will eliminate some of the damage that it does.
Having cover crops growing through the winter really provides that layer of protection when that soil is the most vulnerable. By having a growing plant, a root system.
The unique part of this program is that we are setting up edge of field water quality monitoring stations at the edge of a farmer's field. Those monitoring stations are capturing runoff in a situation where we compare a practice such as cover crops or a waterway versus no practice, which would be basically just your regular tillage and planting. And we compare those two, and we can show the farmers that when they implement these practices that they have a reduction in soil loss and they're keeping their nutrients on the ground where they need them and for the corn or soybean to grow.
By being involved with this study, it's actually given us a lot of information to show how the timing of different farming practices can affect how water runoff events affect things like soil loss and nutrient loss.
The data obtained from that program is very beneficial to a farmer because it puts a number on them. When you put that number on a piece of paper for a farmer, he knows that if he does that practice, he can see a benefit. And a lot of farmers, that's how they function. It's return on investment, and if they can see that they're saving those nutrients that they're spending money on and returning them back to the fields that they've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, they're going to see the benefits of it and give it a go.
If we don't have our own data, somebody else will come up with it. This is our voice, this is our lawyer. This is the numbers that we show how it can reduce runoff on the negative impact side of it.
This kind of information has an effect on me as a farmer because it can help me make better decisions about when we do things like apply fertilizer to try to limit how much of that nutrient loss we're going to have.
This project will help Missouri continue to be one of the leaders in soil and water conservation. And as we work with partners across the country, we can show them how we have been researching the effectiveness of conservation practices and how we've been investing in conservation practices for many years. And then that'll help make decisions within other states and how we can improve water quality and how we can continue to invest in agriculture, which is one of the most important industries we have in Missouri.
I mean, number one, I feel privileged to be able to own land that people other than us can use to collect data. But being involved in Missouri Soybean allowed me connection to people that could use our soil to collect data because they are our spokesman in Jeff City and then from Jeff City to DC.
My grandpa always told me you need to leave something better than what it was handed down to you. And I feel like for me, using cover crops is leaving the soil that I farm in better shape than what it was whenever I got it. I mean, we're actually building soil, increasing organic matter, and making a healthier soil, which in the end gives us a better crop and a better return on investment, but also looks forward down to further generations being able to sustainably farm.